It's so cool. Onyx Advent Calendar, 24 super exciting coffees. Let's get into it. What's going on, fellow fans, fellow coffee lovers, and people of the internet? My name is Haley. I am your local resident Q grader, and I'm here to talk to you about an exclusive and super exciting offer from us and from Onyx, their yearly Advent Calendar with some exciting new coffees for 2023. So before I get into why I'm super excited about this here calendar, let me get into how I am brewing. So this is an Onyx suggested recipe. First, I'm using 25 grams in to 400 grams out. I grounded a 4 on Ode Gen 2, which is about a 5 on Ode with SSP burrs, which is about a 3 on Ode with Gen 1 burrs. I bloomed at 50 grams for 30 seconds. Using water, that's 200 degrees Fahrenheit also. I bloomed 50 grams for 30 seconds. I did a spiral pour to 160, and then I'm going to pour to 220 grams. So going up in increments of 60. And I generally want to pour at around intervals of 30 seconds. So kind of quick pours. So I'm going to go ahead and wait until the water level drains just a little bit, right? I want to pour at intervals of 30 seconds, but also have to make sure that the water is drained enough for me to do so. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a center pour to 280 grams. And so the way that this is gonna work is you wanna do a spiral pour for your bloom, spiral pour to 160, a center pour to 220, which is where I messed up, I am human. Another center pour to 280, which is what I just did. I'm gonna actually go ahead and swirl after the pour to 280 about 5 or 10 times to get a little agitation and to get everything soaking evenly in there. I'm then going to spiral pour again up to 340 grams, so again in increments of 60. And my last pour will also be a spiral pour up to 400 grams. So that all being said, total brew time should be somewhere in between 3 minutes and 4 minutes 30 seconds. Denser coffees will of course be on the longer end. Denser coffees being coffees grown generally at higher altitudes. Certain varietals that just make denser coffees, like this draw time is probably going to be closer to the 4 minute and 30 second mark. So ending at 400 grams with that spiral pour. Now that we're done brewing, let me get into why this is so exciting. And also, side note, that whole recipe that I just listed is on our Brew Guide blog post, along with a recipe for slightly less of a dose, right? If you want to make a smaller batch of coffee per brew. Also, OPA suggestions are on our Brew Guide blog post as well. Thank you again to Onyx for suggesting this recipe. It is recommended that you use the same brew recipe for all coffees just to start, as you're really wanting to look at the difference in climate, elevation, processing, and generally origin, how that influences coffee itself. So definitely starting with the same brew recipe is mighty helpful to kind of eliminate that variable. And then you can sort of dial as you go along as you see fit. You get 24 ounces per each coffee in the Advent Calendar, each one super exciting and very markedly different from the other. I'm most excited about a few selections from Mexico that are present in this box, a Bolivia in the box, and a Burundi natural, or a Burundi natty, as I like to call it. Really, this box is about exploration. As always, it is easy to order this box and anything else from Fellow Drops. All you have to do is text us back the number of boxes that you want, one, however many, and we will send it to you. If you don't want this box, don't text us back. We won't charge you or send you any unnecessary coffee. We'll just text you next week with another delicious curated selection. Thank you so much to Onyx for partnering with us this year again on your Advent calendar. We're super, super stoked, and fellow Drops fans, we know you'll be stoked too. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and I will see you next week for the next Brew Guide video. See ya.